And greetings once again. James Coy Jr. here in our continuing talks on the subjects of my book, subjects of the individual chapters. The book, of course, How to Attract Money Using Mind Power. We're at chapter 14 now. The subject of that chapter and the title is Laws of Money. Here's the quote that I opened that chapter with. It's by a fellow by the name of Robert A. Russell. He wrote a book called You Too Can Be Prosperous, Studies in Prosperity, published in 1950. Quote, there are certain laws that govern the acquisition of riches. Once these laws are mastered and applied, riches follow with mathematical certainty. And a quote from the back page of quotes here. Winifred Wilkinson published a book called Miracle Power for Today in 1969. And she wrote, basic laws are always in operation to establish your prosperity or lack of it. When you think of the term laws, you think of, as far as, physical laws, you think of things that don't change. For instance, the law of gravity. It works in a certain way under certain conditions, and under those said conditions always works the same way. And spiritual or metaphysical law is the same. And so what I call the laws of money are simply modes of operation that have been recognized and observed by those conscious minds predisposed to observing such things. Not your average person on the street, obviously, but the greater thinkers of our race from different time periods. And they have determined that consciousness works in a certain way, that thoughts and feelings affect outer reality in certain ways, which can be studied, understood, and then duplicated in a way which can help to produce desired results. It's a basic law of money that money goes where it flows, or at least that's how I term it. That's how I express it in my book. Money goes where it flows. And what I mean by that is that money does need to circulate. When anything ceases to circulate, it starts to die, in a sense. When water ceases to circulate, it becomes stagnant and disease-ridden and a bed for things to grow that are not desirable. It's the same with money. If money doesn't flow, then there is a lack of movement, which really is a lack of the movement of consciousness, if you want to think about it that way. But there's a stagnation that takes place. So if you can't spend money, if you hold on to every penny, you may think you're going to have more money because you do that, but you're actually going to have less because you're pinching off your own flow. So for the moment, just understand that money goes where it flows. So it's good, and the whole book is, how to attract money using mind power. The emphasis is on bringing it in, but remember that letting it go out, back out, is a large part of the process of bringing it in. Money goes where it's welcome. So, be open to money. Let the universe know. If you see a penny on the street, as I say in my book, pick it up. Some people can't be bothered with bending over for a penny. I'm excited when I find a penny. That's money. That's the universe saying, here, I'm getting you the money in whatever amounts and every chance I have. Here's a penny. This is what I can do for you right now. If you don't pick up that penny, then again, you're pinching off your own inflow. Be open to receive from whatever sources in any amounts, those things as they come that you're trying to have more of, because that opens the gate more. Every penny you pick up opens the gate for even more money. Money goes where it is appreciated. Gratitude is a well-known concept by those in the know in the metaphysics and mind power. Gratitude helps things to increase. What you are grateful for, you will receive more of. You are focusing your conscious in such a way that increases the natural outcome. So if you don't appreciate even the little money that you get, and especially, of course, the larger amounts, but all the money, all the financial resources or instruments or equivalents, whatever comes your way, have a profound gratitude and appreciation for it. This, as much as any other single thing, will open the way for even more of it to come to you. Money goes where it is respected. And this is where a lot of people fall down on the job. You need to respect money. You want to save, invest, and spend wisely. Treat money with the respect that it deserves, and you'll have more of it. If you treat money with a lack of respect and disregard, money will flee from you. You will lose that which you have, and the new coming in will be limited by your own consciousness, your lack of respect, which is basically goes back to a lack of appreciation. And money goes where it is given out from. And this kind of goes along with the first one. Money goes where it flows. But, when you buy things you need, that's money flowing. But in giving, I'm speaking about giving where you're not receiving any immediate, direct, knowable, physical, financial return. And that could be giving to a homeless person on the street. That could be, any kind of giving you do. A basic principle that you're familiar with is the principle of tithing, 10%. And that most authors agree and believe that should be to a spiritual source, to some source that has fed you spiritually. Others believe that it is any charity would be okay. So there's a division of thought there. In my book, I tell you to make your own decision, decide what you believe and to act accordingly, but I believe that you can't go wrong giving back to God in some way. So a few laws, if you can call them that, of how money functions, how the universe functions, and correlates and mixes up this whole money consciousness thing. I call them the laws of money. They're common sense in a way. They can change your life. We'll see you next time.